All right, so we're gonna jump into the Hornets. So it's been 2 weeks, since Kemba left us at the altar.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like are you over it? Are you excited about Rozier? What do you think? I'm gonna start out with the guest today.
Okay,
let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay. So
now, first off, for the people that are watching, let them know: are you a Hornets fan?
I am not a Hornets
You're
fan.
not. Who are you a fan of?
I'm a Laker fan.
You're a Laker fan.
But hold on, but let me say this.
I'm about to talk
I know.
to Jamal.
See, I see it already. All right.
Have you ever been to LA?
I became a Laker fan before the Hornets were in existence, so I want to give a little context to that.
Okay.
But I do think that my dispassionate view can give me some insight into this. All right. So Kemba was a great player. He was a phenomenon for Charlotte, probably other than probably Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, and Dale Curry, probably one of the more influential, emotional players to the city, right? And I am a Charlottean, right? So I do follow the team. I mean, I think Kemba had to go. I think Kemba actually, sometimes you can make yourself too valuable for a place, right? And, he's a great player. And I very much look forward to following him in Boston. But MJ had to make a decision, right? Mm-hmm. Is paying him $40 million more worth what he means to the city? I mean, because clearly we didn't make the playoffs. Well, they did not make the playoffs.
No, you said it already first.
No, you're right. No.
Say
I'm a Laker fan, but I am a Charlatan. Don't get it twisted.
You know
what I'm saying? I got my Kendall Gills back at the house, right? So trust believe that. So I think, when you think about, the money that they had to pay, the direction that they're trying to go, and the resources or money that you need in order to do so, I mean, I think it was a relatively easy decision. I think Terry Rozier is going to be someone who can bring a lot of that kind of grit, because, usually teams that aren't big cities, they really much value grit in a way. Mm-hmm. Hell, Boston is not a big city, right? Okay. They value grit. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Terry Rozier will bring. So, it'll be interesting to see. But I think, Kemba had to go into the circumstance. I think he played his way out of it.
Now, from with you not being a Hornets fan per se, what is your take on the reaction from the Hornets fan base from what you've seen?
Expected.
Oh,
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, because fandom in and of itself is an emotional thing, right? So you can say all the logic in the world, but it's like, but how does this make me feel? You took away my feel good. Right. And that's what Kemba was for a lot of people. He is the feel good.
That's an understatement.
Right. So, nobody wants to take away the feel good, regardless of logic.
Okay. I dig that. I did it. For me, for the most part, I've been saying it since day one. I'm pretty indifferent to it. I'm less about the name on the back of the jersey, and I'm more about the name on the front of the jersey.
Vince, you're supposed to be outraged.
I'm not going to be outraged.
Supposed to take shots at other Hornets fans.
The life that
other
I've
groups
lived,
and everything.
The life that I've lived, I've been through too much to get overly emotional.
All right.
The Hornets about a sports team.
Preaching the word this Sunday.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just like some of the emotion that I've seen from fans. I don't understand it.
Me neither, man.
I saw this one post in one group where they were speaking on the emotion, and I made a comment, and I said, well, look, some of you guys are complaining no matter what they do, no matter what the Hornets do. You guys wanted Kemba traded away 2 years ago, but when he didn't get traded away, you wanted him to stay because we had the All-Star game last year, but then had we traded him away during the All-Star game, you would have been upset with that. Now that he's walked away, you're upset that we didn't trade him before the All-Star game.
It's like the circle of life, man.
Literally, the fans are asking the team to do whatever. The team is actually doing it, and they're still getting upset. And for the life of me, I just can't understand it. It's beyond idiotic to me, and I just can't understand it.
Strong words, Vince. Far as how I feel, man, y'all know I've always came at this like I am an emotional fan, but I'm an emotional fan because I followed Kemba Walker so long now, and it was like the greatest thing in the world when he came to Charlotte. Like, y'all know that. Y'all know how much of a UConn, Kemba Walker, blah, 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 all that stuff, man. But, man, even with that being said, man, the last 2 weeks, man, I feel a lot better than I did 2 weeks ago because at some point, man, two things, man. Number one, logic has to kick in. Mm-hmm. And number two, like James Borrego has already clearly said, you just got to move on, man. We're here. It's good to have a semblance of what we need to do. I don't know if the Hornets actually see that or not, But it's good to at least know that this is where we stand with the team right now. And no, not to sound like a broken record, but James Borrego, man, he said it best, man. It's just time to move on. It is. And as far as Terry Rozier, like I've maintained, that was a very necessary signing. Terry Rozier was so necessary because it was obviously a gaping hole at point guard. Let's start there. Let's start with the obvious. There wasn't a lot of free agent point guards that we could afford to go get. So them getting Terry Rozier was like, I'm kind of, I have to actually give them kudos for that. I have criticized how they botched the Kemba Walker signing, but, getting Terry Rozier the way it did is not a bad kind of stopgap. So,
and to caveat off of that, and this goes more so to the emotional aspect that we've been talking about, with Kemba leaving and Rozier coming, I think we go from Kemba Walker and the Avengers to the Charlotte Hornets now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to that.